After you take a look at kein, let's go ahead and look at nicht. So nicht is used in German, and nicht simply negates nouns that precede articles, so like not the, um, or possessive pronouns. So if you take a look at this example, ist das dein Bleistift? So is that your pencil? If it's not your pencil, you would negate the possessive pronoun by saying das ist nicht mein Bleistift. So it means it's still a pencil, it just doesn't belong to you. So it's not nicht mein or nicht dein. Ist sie die Lehrerin? So is she the teacher? Maybe you're talking about somebody and you're like, oh, hey, is she the teacher? Nein, sie ist nicht die Lehrerin. So this means she's still a teacher, but she's not the teacher you're talking about. If you had said keine, that means she's not a teacher, but she has some other job. So maybe she's a Krankenpflegerin or Ärztin or Professorin or something else. So that's one thing to watch out for with nicht. You can also negate entire verbs, adjectives, thoughts, other parts or elements of the sentence that are not nouns. So, zum Beispiel, verstehst du? Do you understand? Nein. So we're using interjection. No, ich verstehe nicht. So, not understanding negates the verb. Spielst du gern Baseball? Do you like to play baseball? Nein, ich spiele nicht gern Baseball. Maybe you play baseball, but you just don't like to play it. So, the not liking it part. Ist die Handtasche alt? Is the purse old or the handbag old? Nein, sie ist nicht alt. No, it is not old. And remember that sie doesn't mean she is not old, but it means it, because Handtasche is a feminine object. So you're negating the old, not the fact that it's not a purse or a handbag. It is a purse or a handbag. It's just not old. So nicht. The challenge becomes there's lots of places to place nicht, depending. So we want to watch out. If you're negating something in the element, except for a verb, you want to make sure that you put nicht right before that element. So if you think about back to this information here, right? Nicht gern, not liking. Nicht alt, not old. So make sure you put it before. So if you take a look at this, ich bin nicht sehr intelligent. So maybe you are intelligent, but you're not very intelligent. So this is negating that element. Hans isst nicht viel. So Hans does eat, but he just doesn't eat a lot. Placing the nicht here. Ich bin nicht in der Schule. So this is a whole prepositional phrase. I'm not at school. I do exist. I'm somewhere. I'm just not at school. Heidi trinkt nicht gern Cola. She doesn't like to drink cola. So placing the nicht is something you always want to watch out for. Place it before the element except in verbs. So if you're negating the whole idea, you want to put it as far to the end as possible. Sie singt nicht. Right, that makes sense. She doesn't sing. So nicht is also negating that element there, singing. Heute kommt nicht. So not today, and he's not coming. Schreibt seinen Eltern nicht. He's not writing, it's not his parents, just totally, absolutely none of that's happening. Place it to the end. Wir stehen nicht auf. This one you have to be careful of, because this doesn't go to the end of the sentence because it's a separable prefix verb. So that puts the nicht between the two parts of the verb. So we don't get up. So nicht. Where you place nicht changes the meaning of the sentence. So ich gehe heute ins Kino nicht. All of these sentences will have common elements. So I go today to the theater not. So basically, like, I'm not going to the theater today. It's not today, maybe it's not the theater, doesn't matter. Put nicht at the end. If I say, ich gehe heute nicht ins Kino, nicht precedes Kino, so it means I'm not going to the movies, but maybe I'm going to the theater or to a baseball game, or maybe I'm going to Germany. Why not? Ich gehe nicht heute ins Kino. Now nicht is right before the word heute. So it's not today that you're going, but maybe you're going morgen, tomorrow. Maybe you're going am Samstag, on Saturday. Nicht ich gehe heute ins Kino. Nicht is right before the I. So I'm not going to the movies today, but maybe somebody else is. Maybe my brother's going to the movies today. So wherever that nicht is placed changes the meaning of the sentence, even though every one of these sentences has the exact same words in it. So making sure that you've seen the kind video as well, take a look at these elements. Look at these sentences and place either a nicht or a form of kind. Watch the ending. You might have to have an ending on it to see if you can negate these sentences. Write them out as negatives. Wir haben heute Deutschklasse. Spielt Tennis sehr gut. Du bist mein Freund. Wir gehen morgen ins Museum. Sie kommen heute spät. Mein Vater heißt Jim. Ich habe einen Bruder. Ich habe viele Freunde. Spielt Tennis. Go ahead and pause this video and then resume when you are ready to check your answers. All right, so this gets a little crazy because there's lots of different ways. So I'm going to show you my gut and then other options. So, wir haben heute nicht Deutschklasse. So you can negate Deutschklasse. If you put nicht here, you're negating today. You could put nicht at the end of the sentence. So lots of different answers. Spielt Tennis nicht sehr gut. You could negate that that he plays tennis, but he just doesn't play it well. Or instead, you could just say he plays no tennis, but this actually really doesn't make sense. So, nicht sehr gut is the best answer. Du bist kein Freund. You are no friend. You could also negate and say nicht mein Freund, nicht dein Freund instead. Wir gehen morgen nicht ins Museum. You could put nicht here. You could, much like we did up here, you could put wir gehen nicht morgen ins Museum, because maybe it's not tomorrow, but we're going to go another day. Sie kommen heute nicht spät. Once again, not late is important, but maybe we do always get there late, so maybe you're negating heute instead. This one doesn't make sense, so I would not negate kein Vater heißt Jim, because I know there are Jims out there in the world, and I'm sure some of them are fathers. So don't say no father's name is Jim, but you could say like mein Vater heißt nicht Jim, mein Vater heißt Manfred, mein Vater heißt Wolfgang, right? So their name's just not Jim. The best way to negate this, ich habe keinen Bruder, I have no brother. Ich habe keine Freunde, I have no friends. If that seems a little too harsh, you could say ich habe nicht viele, I don't have many friends. So you do have some, just not none. And finally, spielt Tennis nicht. Doesn't play tennis. The best place is at the end. I suppose spielt nicht Tennis. I think it's just better to have nicht. Danke.